Hey everybody! I have a card making video for you today. Remember, if you watched my Wild Whisper unboxing, you know that I said we were going to play with this stamp set from Pam Bray, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to make a slimline card. A slimline card is 3.5 by 8.5 by 3.25, something. Anyway, I am cutting a panel down to 3 by 8.25. And that's going to give me a panel that I can place onto a slimline card. Going to play with my gel press today. This is only the 3rd time I've ever played with my gel press. And honestly, I am loving this. It's easy, so easy. I'm going to use Catherine Pooler inks, and I got big, bright, bold colors for this card. So I'm doing Party Dress, Mandarin Spice, and I think the 3rd color I use is Tutti Frutti. And I'm going to create 2 different types of patterns with my gel press. So you saw me put a little bit of Party Dress onto my gel press. Now I'm going to grab the spiced mandarin. Look how bright and bold these colors are. And I'm just going to add a little bit of that to my gel press. And then I am also using this kind of offcut here. Now this offcut paper that you see me adding all the excess ink to, that is not going to go to waste. We're actually going to use it on the card we're going to create today. I'm just rolling my brayer over a baby wipe. This is just a Huggies baby wipe, and I just want to get a good bit of that ink off because we're going to be playing with ink. Now I'm taking the Tutti Frutti and I'm adding it in some couple of spots. And then I'm going to spray it with a mini mister just to get some water on there. And now we're ready to go. So this is going to be just our first circle. We're going to do 3 of them. This circle is going to be more saturated, which is totally cool. You never know what you're going to get. And we're just going to let that go ahead and dry. Now I'm going to go ahead and do this again. I'm going to add just the leftover. So this is totally just the leftover ink on the brayer, nothing fancy. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take some of that Party Dress. You saw me kind of smoosh it onto my glass media mat. I added some water, and then I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to splatter this right over top. It's going to give me a totally different look. So every time you play with a gel press, you never know what you're going to get. You never know exactly what kind of design you're going to get. You can get a real saturated circle like I just did, or now we're going to get one that's a little more blobby, so to speak. So I'm going to do half of my circle. You can see what we got there. And then I'm actually going to do the rest of that circle up at the top. And we're going to go ahead and let that dry. And there's our card panel, or the base for our background. I didn't want to waste any of this, so I went ahead and kind of added just a little bit more to that bottom circle. And that's okay because we're going to layer stuff on top of it. That is the joy of a gel press. No clue what you're going to get, but when you're done, it looks beautiful. So look at how vibrant those Catherine Pooler inks are on that background. I just love it. So the next thing that I really want to do is I want to kind of get an idea of where I'm going to put this beautiful stamp set. So this is called the Little Things Stamp Set. It's from Pam Bray. I will leave a link down below where you can grab it because it's beautiful and I love it so much. And you can see it's a really big stamp, which is perfect for a slimline card. Now I'm going to take the rest of the ink that's on my brayer, and I'm just going to kind of clean my brayer off onto this piece of paper. The really fun thing about a gel press is your dry time is like nothing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab this Shimmers. This is a Shimmers spray in Night Moves, and I'm going to splatter black all over this paper. Isn't this the funnest paper? I love. I have been just loving not only the gel press, but then going ahead, grabbing that gel press and using the brayer to create a patterned paper. So cool. I grabbed my Misty. This is just my regular sized Misty, and I'm going to place the Slimline card into the Misty, and then I'm going to kind of get the placement of my stamp correct. I want to get a really good impression of the stamp, and I waited until that background was thoroughly dry, not even a tiny bit damp. I'm just rubbing it on my arm to get some of the oils from the manufacturing off of the stamp, and I can kind of get the placement right where I want it. I'm going to stamp this just using black ink. I'm going to keep it simple. And I know I'm going to have to stamp this twice because my Altenew permanent ink is getting a little bit dried out. I just ordered the Catherine Pooler Midnight ink, so we'll have new black ink soon. Check out this cute little thing that I bought from Etsy. It's called a Stampin Bug. If you have a Misty and you want to try one, let me know in the comments below because I can leave you a link to the Etsy shop. So what it basically is it's almost like a weight. It has some felt on the bottom of it, but you guys know my joint pain and how much pressure it takes to use a Misty. And I have a bum wrist too, so I went ahead and grabbed one. They were not very expensive, and I love it. I don't have to press hard. I get the pressure I need because it's kind of like weighted, but and it's like firm, even pressure without needing to kill my wrist. It's so cool. I love it. I know that I've seen a couple other stampers use similar ones. I know Kathy Zilski has one. Hers is made from some wood and a doorknob, I think. And then also Gina K has one that she calls a Chucky. And this one, it's called a Stampin Bug. It's so cute. You can pick your own color, and it's so neat. I love how creative some of these girls are making these, because like this one is, I think it's like the top of a candle filled with something. Anyway, and it has this cute little felt on the bottom. I love it. So nice. So I'm going to go ahead. I used the large stamp from that stamp set. I used that little kind of bee that's part of the stamp set. I put that up at the bottom. And now I'm going to kind of build my sentiment. So there's a bunch of cute little sentiments on this stamp set that you can use to kind of build your own. And I love how versatile they are. So I'm going to use the sentiment that says, "Enjoy your day, sweet friend," because I just think that was perfect for this card. It doesn't have to be for any kind of a occasion. I have been sending cards out just to friends, just to tell them I'm thinking about them and I miss them. So, yeah, but look how cool. I'm so entranced with that Stampin' Bug. It's so cool. So yeah, let me know. I can look up the Etsy shop I bought it from, and I can leave a link down below. If you want one, just go ahead and leave a comment, and I can grab that link for you. I'm kind of auditioning that like mossy one. I really like that mossy stamp, and it might show up another day. But for today, we're going to call this one done. So I'm going to go ahead and add black splatter to this this card panel as well. I love how beautiful this card turned out. These oranges and pinks, and how bright and sunny, and how much they pop off of my page, off the card. And I'm gonna let those splatters dry, and we can assemble our card. So remember this piece of paper that had all of our extra ink on it? I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna cut it down. I'm going to make it the exact size of my Slimline card, and then we're going to go ahead and layer our card panel on top of that pattern paper. This is awesome. It's like a 2-for-1. You get this fun pattern paper with the brayer, and then you also get the beautiful circles and the stamped piece. So I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to set that down. And doesn't that look cool? I mean, it just turned out, I love it. I love it. I'm going to grab my foam tape from Spiegel Mom Scraps, and I'm going to pop up that stamped panel on my card. I'm going to use a lot of foam tape on this and really get it so that it's nice and sturdy to go through the mail. And then I'm going to go ahead and place it right on top of my card. So I like to open my cards up because I like to have a flat surface to be able to kind of go ahead and lay the card together. As a finishing touch, I grabbed that party dress ink and one of my life-changing brushes, and I just added just a little bit of an edge of ink to my card. And that is where we're going to call this one done. If you haven't grabbed this stamp set yet, head over to the Wild Whisper shop. I have my discount code down below. Look how vibrant and gorgeous this is. And I will talk to you all again very soon. Bye.